This is a remarkable Beverly Pepper show because it goes from her very earliest work, such as this, from 1960, straight through her later works. And it shows the complete vocabulary where she's working with wood and metal, and you see that in many of the works. But if you look at this, the wood from 60 to this piece, which is the wood from 1960, then the metal, the writing in space from 63, or this work from 1963, which has the gnarled bronze again and the writing in space. You see this incredible vocabulary, what she picked up from David Smith and Spoleto. This piece was owned by Carandente, who was the superintendent of the arts in Italy. It must have been a gift from Beverly, and I found it in Rome. It had been in his collection for over 50 years. So you see how she started with this idea of the banyan tree roots at Angkor Wat when she went there with her daughter, Jory Graham, in 1960, and how the roots were subsuming the civilization. This is a big theme in the work, how nature and civilization interact. All the works feel like they've been unearthed, as if they've been excavated from the earth. You've got this remarkable piece, which is heavy and massive and feels like it's a Etruscan tool that was unearthed and just cleaned off. Or this piece, which is a study for her epic masterpiece called Ascension in Assisi. This is called Medium Ascension, and it's got this sweep, this lift, which I suppose, if we were to look for one word in Beverly Pepper, it's lift. And here's this split in the work. She's so concerned with the void. You have it there. You have it over here in this piece much later, where there's the void that goes right down it, and it's metal and then rare wood. So this is actually wood here. Again, Paduak Plaza, rare wood and metal. And it's a study which leads us to a work like this with found object, iron and wood, and her remarkable messengers from the 80s. The genius, they come apart. So this is one piece, the wood at the base. She called them messengers, and she saw these as transmitters of ideas or information. Could be from one person to another, a civilization to another, one world to another. Jory Graham, who's the daughter of Beverly, a brilliant poet who won the Pulitzer Prize, teaches at Harvard, she sees this as the Greek chorus, not just a forest, but a group of people who are looking and they're mumbling and they're talking about the show, which you see here, completely spanning the work from 1960 through towards the end of her career. Stainless steel, through metal and wood, through bronze and metal, the complete vocabulary. This show is important because it connects the indoor work from pieces that are about half a foot tall and weigh about 2 or 3 pounds to some mammoth pieces such as Octavia and Claudia Medea, which are 12 feet tall and weigh 12 tons. It's a possibility for people to look at how she scales things up to this grand arcing Octavia, which stands against nature. The hillside behind it looks very much like the hillside in Todi, Italy, where she lived and worked. It's beautiful, prosaic, the hillside lapping off into the distance. Behind the studios, we have a stupendous work from 1968 called Campo Semp, which reflects the nature. It shows how she was so non-egotistic. She wanted the works to reflect nature and not herself. We have a web sculpture, which looks almost like pickup sticks. It's from 1977. Finally, we've got Normanno column, which is one of the Moline markers. You look through it and you see the visage of nature. And in front of the studios, we have the Bedford columns and Pietrasanta presence. 3 epic pieces. This show has it all. It shows a 55, 60-year career in an artist who died gracefully in Todi, healthy right up until the end, working at her full power, doing a piece like this, Virgo, which is after her husband Bill, who was a Virgo. This piece, Orion, she's dealing with the solar system, with constellations, with astrology. as an artist at the peak of her powers, seeing it from the moment she became a sculptor till the end of her career. She always understood that balance is part of life, that it's precarious, that it can come and go quickly.